Hey y'all, so I'm gonna wait for some people to come in. I'm gonna wait till probably the 2 minute mark. And then I'll get into this, okay? Wait till the 2 minute mark, then I'll get into this. Miss Kit. Hey. Y'all must be new. I ain't never seen these names come in here. Netta's 2620. Hey. If y'all new, welcome. Julian, peace and love. Hey. Wait till the 2 minute mark. It's been a while for me, but I have been following you for a long time. Oh, okay. Okay, well, welcome back. Wow. Believe me, young lady. It's been a while, believe me, young lady. I'm not new. I always compliment you for being so smart at such a young age. Got you. Well, thank you, honey. I just haven't seen y'all recently then. I know a lot of people don't comment, but that is cool. But thank you. Jesus loves us. Yes. Welcome, Shay. All right, so we over the 2 minute mark. So y'all see the title. So I finally got into um my actual doctor, okay? So happy about that. So y'all know ever since like around December 20th with the body ache starting December 24th, I done been to the ER and I done been to urgent care. And I couldn't get into with my doctor because my doctor was out. So I don't know why, but she was out 2 different times. So I finally got in with my doctor. And I told y'all that whatever this mystery stuff that's going around that everybody has been dealing with, it's been all over the news. They don't know if it's a super flu, sub K. They don't know if it's a new strand of COVID. They don't know if it's just a rhinovirus, if it's a adenovirus. Some people is testing positive for things, but many of us was negative for flu and COVID, okay? And some people strep. I wasn't never swabbed for strep at urgent care, but I was swabbed for the flu and COVID. So it was time for me to do my iron update too, even though I had my physical with all the blood work and all the works and stuff done November. My iron was still low. And what I did learn with this doctor visit, I thought being iron deficient anemic meant get the iron up and you good to go. You ain't got to take. No. What I did not know was iron supplements, whether it's an infusion maybe yearly or if it's me taking supplements, is something that's just part of my life now. So I went back to old labs when I first found out I was iron deficient, and every time that I had been to the hospital and stuff, my hemoglobin was low. So now I know why my hemoglobin was low is due to I've been iron deficient anemic probably all my life and did not know. And it runs in my family. Okay, it runs in my family. Both of my daughters are. All right. But anyway, got into her. I had stopped pretty much eating a lot. I stopped supplementing my iron and I stopped my vitamin D. I said I'm not taking no more until I get in and see what is going on. Why is my body is aching? Why is my arms? Why is my legs? Why is my hips? Why is everything aching? And they went from pinched nerve, which I knew I didn't have no pinched nerve, but that's what they said, to maybe stress from the holidays. Okay. So my doctor said that she thinks I had a false negative when it comes to me getting swabbed for the flu of COVID or COVID. She think that it was a false negative, okay? And that I'm probably on the back end of it. But this is the warning for y'all. I started with all the sneezing and stuff around December 20th. I started with the body aches after having a quick sore throat, a lot of pressure, a lot of sinus pressure. It was like one day at a time. Lost my appetite, upset stomach. It just was crazy. Okay. I didn't know what in the world was going on. Okay. And so, like with the arm pain and stuff, that will make me go to the ER, if y'all remember that, because I'm like, okay, a day and a half of straight arm pain this side, I need to go get an EKG, make sure everything is good. And when I got there, I just told them arm pain, and the first thing they said was EKG. Everything good. Then it kept going, so that will make me go to urgent care a couple days later. Nothing. Got my iron done a couple days ago, which I already knew my iron was going to be low. Saw my doctor a couple days ago, and I told her, I said, look, we can go ahead and try to get in to do infusion, okay? Because I stopped everything. I knew everything was going to be low when it come to my iron, because I needed to get into you. So she was like, she thinks that I'm on the back end of whatever it was. Now Kiy-Lee is having issues. My white blood cell count was a little elevated. Nothing that she was alarmed about. It just means I'm fighting something. And so much now my sinuses is acting back up again. Still having the ear pain like everybody is having. So she said, since they was just a little elevated, nothing she was gonna go out. It's just saying that I'm either fighting allergies, I'm fighting the back end of a flu, rhinovirus, or something, okay? So I'm telling y'all, you to each his own. But if you research and look at the amount of people that got sick between Thanksgiving, and a lot of us got sick Christmas Eve, okay, you will put your mask back on. I don't know if there has been things that they thinking that the flu, rhinovirus, adenovirus, RSV, all that is all in one with whatever it is. Some people having lingering coughs. Some people having lingering sore throats. Me, it was lingering body aches. Still having them off and on, okay? But there are people that is doing the body aches. That I knew of, I didn't never have a fever. That I knew of. Never had a fever. I had one little, and that was it. But a lot of sinus pressure. So she told me to get back on my Flonase. She told me to get back on your stuff. I got back on my Flonase, back on my Claritin, back on my until I can get into a hematologist for the iron, because hematologists who do iron, so I can get in for them, to go ahead and do an iron infusion to try to get my levels up. And my vitamin D, which I need to go ahead and, while I'm thinking about it, I need to go ahead and take my vitamin D, because I need to do my iron later. So I'm going to take it. Tatiana, you need to come take vitamin D. Tatiana she's already with a hematology for her iron. So when she go to do hers, it's probably going to be go ahead and get an iron infusion. I'm waiting on results for Kiy-Lee for her iron. It was time for all of us to get iron redone. So I like that, because when they do, this mine, honey. Tatiana, doctor prescribed her a higher dosage of vitamin D. So I am doing, mine's prescribed me vitamin D 2000 IU, whereas Tatiana have to take vitamin D 5000. Okay, so a lot of people, vitamin D is low. We preparing right now. The last 2 snowstorms, we didn't get snow in my area. But oh my goodness. We preparing now for they saying like a blizzard snowstorm in our area. Because it's been hitting the northern part of North Carolina. We're coastal. Now there's one that's supposed to hit Saturday where they saying we're going to get snow now. Where they thought we was the last 2 times. But this, so this is like, what, OJ, the 3rd weekend? I mean, the 3rd weekend, and this time we supposed to be having snow. So, let me take this gummy, y'all. She told me that vitamin D, and I'm not a doctor or nothing, I'm just giving y'all the little information you ask your doctor. But vitamin D and being anemic can also bother my joints. So like I say, she has all my blood work and stuff from November. She just ran a CBC iron deficiency to check my iron. That gives back white blood cell, leukocyte, neutrocyte, all that other stuff, everything. She don't see anything that she's alarmed about other than this is something viral. What the stuff she did say, rhinovirus and some more stuff is going around like crazy. So we done already started back wearing our masks. I can't tell nobody else what to do, but when I tell you, I don't think I ever had COVID. When I tell you, if it felt anything like what I dealt with a couple weeks ago, and like this is what, it's over a month now, and I'm having lingering stuff, but I'm able to move around. A lot of people are still having fatigue and things like that, and it's been 4 to 5 weeks for some people. It seems like it comes back, okay? So what I am focused on now is getting my body back strong, far as taking my iron supplements, taking my vitamin D, staying on my Flonase, staying on my Claritin. And protein. She told me also protein. I already knew as we get older, the older we get, we have to up our protein. But by me having dealing with this, you don't have too much of appetite. I just started getting my appetite back about a week and a half ago. So she told me protein. If it ain't nothing but a protein shake. I don't do protein shakes good. I don't digest them good. And y'all know I had talked to y'all about protein. I know I'm not taking in enough protein. And that helps with your joints and stuff. So I'm upping my protein in a healthy way. I also had slacked off eating food when I knew my cholesterol was a little high in November. I won't get that rechecked until a couple of months from now, okay? But protein, she did tell me protein. She said she thinks that if I get back on my iron supplement, get back on my vitamin D, get back on my Flonase and my Claritin, she thinks that it'll resolve the lingering issues I'm having. So keep that in mind, y'all. Wear your mask, wash your hands, okay? There's a lot of craziness, and it was not a good feeling. Like I say, Kiy-Lee is dealing with some cough. She says she feel like her throat, like somebody is clawing her throat. I'm waiting for her doctor to call me back with her iron results, and then I am going to talk to her doctor about that. Does she need to come in and get swabbed, or what do you want me to do? Just treat the symptoms, keep it moving, because a lot of time with the viral stuff, if it's not strep or nothing, especially if you didn't catch it in the first couple of days, there's nothing you can do but let it run its course. So I'm going to try to do everything I can to, let's play a little game real quick. Blood pressure. Y'all know I'm big about blood pressure. That's why I don't do a lot of salt and stuff. I don't want to have to be on no blood pressure medication, okay? I don't. It shocked me. Let's play a little game. Can anybody tell me what you think my blood pressure was when I went to the doctor? And that just goes to show you, if you eat better and stuff, you ain't got to be on a lot of stuff. Now, there are some things may come up. We ain't got no problem with be on medicine. But if you try to do what you're supposed to do, I haven't seen this since 2020 when I went gluten and dairy free. I'm not gluten and dairy free now, but I know I done slacked off on a lot of stuff. And it shocked me at first because the nurse that took it, she was like, it's good, it's just low. I'm like, low? Like, my doctor came in, she was like, your blood pressure is perfect. She's like, she's just used to seeing high blood pressure. So, somebody said 120/80. Nope. Big Niecy. You close. You're a little close, but My blood pressure was 116/72. Because they wanted to be like, I think back in the day, 120/80 was like that perfect. But they wanted to actually be less than 120. Okay? And less than 80 for the bottom number, and less than 120 for the top number. And I ain't been doing nothing but eating better. I have had Wendy's burgers, but I ain't been, doing crazy. And I hadn't been eating so much because of whatever it is I've been dealing with. So it was 116/72. She was like, it's good. She's not worried about it at all. She said, the nurse is just used to seeing people with high blood pressure. So she didn't know. So that's why it's important to talk to your doctor, because she almost scared me. I was like, what? Like, what? So, yeah. So watching what we put in our mouth, trying to stay on it. Benita said that was excellent. Yes, honey. I was like, okay. I know it had been getting, but like I've never had an issue with high blood pressure. Never been on medicine or nothing like that. But my anxiety would take my blood pressure sky high. And then when the anxiety come down, it will come down a little bit. Not really sky high, just like 140, 150 over maybe 80 something. It will be in over the years. But they always say it was white coat syndrome. Like, you're going to the doctor, or you sick or something, you get anxious or whatnot. But I would, when I wasn't, I would always average like 140 or something, or 130 something. The last couple times, now when I went to the ER, I think I was 147/80 something, but that's because I was sick. I was sick. But when I went to urgent care, I think I was like 126 over something or whatnot. And yeah, 116/72. I said, well, thank you. Because I ain't do nothing. I mean, I hadn't ate in a couple of hours. I don't know if that, but either way it goes, that just goes to show you. So I'm still having, like, around my neck and my shoulder, the main parts is what's sore and achy. And I guess there's nothing you can do unless you just let it finish running its course. I went to the doctor because I'm like, okay, it's been over a month. But like I say, after doing my research and listening to other people, some people have dealt with it for 2 months. Okay. So it's definitely something going around. I'm just glad that, I was able to go ahead and get my iron done, because I know that'll give kind of like a little overall or whatnot. When Kiy-Lee doctor called and give me her results for iron, I'm gonna see if her white blood cell count is a little elevated too, because I know she's fighting something. But it's so many different things out there, y'all. And then with the snow that's supposed to be coming, when you average everything out, they saying we may get like anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snow. And so OJ is getting what he wanted, because the last 2 weekends there's been snow things. We thought we was getting it. We didn't get nothing. So it's like written in stone now that we are. So I have a lot to do on that part. But mainly I wanted to give y'all that update and let you know if you're dealing with it, it could or it could not take a couple of weeks. And it will go through your house, but very slowly in different ways. And it's not fun. So, I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to wear a mask, but I feel like if we wouldn't have never stopped wearing ours earlier last year, I probably wouldn't have never caught whatever this is. Okay? Whichever one of them it is. And please understand, people are testing negative. Some people are popping for flu. I think they're catching it. But like my doctor said, she think I had a false negative. Everything sounds like I had a false negative. And that's what's happening to a lot of people, because they're going like after the 24, 48 hours. Okay, so And some things they're not even, some the COVID and the flu, they're not testing for. I don't even think it's a test for rhinovirus or adenovirus or this super flu or the new COVID strain. I don't think there's things for that. Do we get to see Weatherman OJ again? He may be doing a video about the weather over on his channel. I'm gonna ask him, Tracy. I think they just shut the door, so somebody is either in class or somebody is filming. Oh, Kiy-Lee is in class on mic. So, can you tip out and see if OJ in class and let him come give them a weather update? I have all right, mask, gloves, and carry my lights all right ever since COVID. And I did too up until last year. We stopped wearing our masks last year. So from 2020 up until 2025, we wore a mask. And now look what happened when I stopped wearing my mask. Okay, so yeah, so now it's just that, I'm just so happy and thankful I got in to see my doctor. Because going to the ER, I know that's cool. You got to do it if it's an emergency. You can't get into your doctor. Going to the ER, I'm into the urgent care. You got to do what you got to do. And I'm glad I was able to go in. And now that I understand iron deficiency, anemia better, now I'm going to be more focused, even more on taking my supplement, even though I know this is something that needs to be done probably for the rest of my life and for the girls. So instead of skipping, then I'm just gonna do it. A lot of people don't have it. I know a lot of people don't have it. I've been fighting this cough for a couple of weeks. I made elderberry syrup and it works better than store bought. Okay, Tracy. Wow. See, yeah. Tracy, did you have any body aches? I think that's what a lot of people is complaining about. The cough, the sore throat, and the body aches is just. So and I think me not eating as much, especially not doing my vitamin D and stuff, I think it just kind of made it worse. Her roots and garden diary. Hey, they want you to give an update. Weatherman OJ is right here, so come right here. They Tracy wants you to give an update. So I'm gonna let him give y'all an update on what he know right now. Okay.
All right. So a little backstory: during this last storm that went through Texas and up to the northeast, um, the American model was hitting on this storm. I personally didn't think it was going to happen. I thought it was just making stuff up at this point. But apparently, as we get closer to the weekend, not one model this entire week showed that this storm wasn't going to happen at all. And to the point, the National Weather Service is saying they have high confidence that mainly the Carolinas and southeastern Virginia is going to get a significant amount of snow, especially out towards the Outer Banks, where they already highlighting blizzard conditions is possible. I think the highest ones I saw so far was 78 miles per hour for the Outer Banks. Most of North Carolina, and if they haven't changed, all of North Carolina and most of South Carolina as of this morning was under winter storm watches ahead of this storm. I do expect it to go into warnings maybe later on tonight or sometime Friday, which is tomorrow. So that's what's going on there. The eastern part of North Carolina can range from 5 to 12 inches, potentially higher, especially out towards the Outer Banks. About 4 to 6 through Raleigh area, and then about the same through the Charlotte area. So, yeah.
That's it.
Trying to think. You folks in Northeast Georgia, there is a potential for you guys to get some snow as well, maybe about an inch or two, but the main focus right now is North Carolina and South Carolina. They're not sure about up north though at the moment, so they're just trying to see where the storm goes after it does its little party for the Carolinas. And that will be it for now.
That's it for now.
Yeah.
So there y'all go. So let's see. So How much did you say we should get in our area?
5 to 8, possibly higher, depending on how this storm goes. But 5 to 8 so far.
Starting when?
Late Friday night, and then it gets stronger through Saturday. But then Saturday night is going to be the peak of the storm for eastern North Carolina, where high winds and heavy snowfall.
And for those of y'all don't know, like I said, we are coastal. So the last weekend and the weekend before then, there was big snowstorm down south, back in Mississippi, ice storm, other areas like
Texas, Arkansas,
all those. And every time it said it came up, we thought we was getting snow, but it actually went inland, like Raleigh, Durham area, the mountains and stuff like that. So coastal Jacksonville, North Carolina didn't get any. We got what, a little
glaze, like a glaze of
ice, little glaze of ice. We didn't get nothing. So this is our time now. Ours, and who else is in this?
South Carolina and Northeast Georgia.
Northeast Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, coastal area.
Southeast Virginia.
Southeast Virginia.
Now the Outer Banks, I would say they do have they is worried about coastal flooding for the Outer Banks from the strong winds whipping over,
That's like what Cape Hatteras and stuff like that.
Yeah, those areas.
So that's what we getting ready for. Y'all saw the video where I did the coop. I did that when the first wave was coming. We thought the first wave was coming. We thought it was gonna hit. So somebody had commented. I haven't released your comment yet. I will release it though. But somebody had commented and said adult birds don't need heat lamps. Listen, I've been doing this for a couple years, okay? Everybody do their stuff different. If you don't put a heat lamp in freezing temperatures for your chickens, that's fine. I do it because I want my chickens to be comfortable. Now, I'm going to tell you, they may not, whether they need it or not. I don't want my animals of no sort, chickens nor quails, outside when wind chill is in the single digits, freezing temperatures, ice and all that, and they in one area in a coop with wind and stuff, and even if they're closed up with no type of heat source, that's just not me. That's not me. I literally want to take care of my animals just as much as if they was human beings. They are living things. So I choose to put heat lamps in I do it every winter. And also, I done gave y'all this tip before. How you think, now I'm gonna just say this. How do you think, a lot of people say, oh, my chickens don't lay in the wintertime. Mine do. Mine do. So, do what's best for you, not what's best for the next person or the next person's belief. And this person probably thought that they was helping me or whatnot. But they related the way it's adult birds or something. No, cold weather birds don't need heat lamps. Be careful with it. So in that way, that was like you was telling me I don't know what I'm doing, okay, in so many words. So it would have been different if it would have been like, be careful with the heat lamp. I don't know if you know this, but cold weather birds don't know that. That's not how it was. So I'm just responding in the way that you relate the message, okay? But I've been doing this for years, so it's fine. I like for them to be comfortable. They are still living human beings. My chickens love it. Are the chickens having a problem with it? They love it. They get up on that rooster bar right close to where the light is and be up there chilling. Okay, whether they're cold tolerant or not. This is a dry air that's going on. And your chickens can get respiratory infections. People don't know that, I guess. Your chickens can get respiratory infection. It can come from dust. It can come from cold, different things. They are giving you eggs, and they may eventually one day be a meat source for you. So take care of them. Everything, and y'all that's been following me know, you can't trust everything the internet say. So the internet may say, don't give them, no, they ain't got it because they this, that, and the other. Do what you feel is best, okay? And understand, even though it's an animal, it is a living thing, all right? So take care of it the best that you know how. So that's why my coops keep heat lamps on all through the winter months. Okay, all through the winter months. Um, and the light do help with laying eggs. Mostly a white lamp would be good for laying eggs because you're not getting that much sun. So white, regular lamp, but also mine's lay. Wouldn't you say mine's laying real good under that heat lamp? Laying real good, ain't got no problem. Okay, so that's just a little tip for some that do not know. Chickens will lay in cold weather. I go and get eggs every day. They will lay in cold weather. Okay, I hear a lot of people say theirs won't lay, they stop laying. Chickens do go through a molting stage at some point. I really don't even have that problem though. Tell you how good my chickens lay, so good, and they not even on layer pellets. I've never bought a bag of layer pellets. Never. My chickens stay on that starter mix, that parental starter mix with scratch grain mixed in their food. A little bit of diatomaceous earth here and there to keep out parasites. And they good. Now, do I lose a chicken here and there? Yeah. Depending on the breed too. You go get all them pretty chickens and they ain't strong to withstand no heat and no cold. They just pretty much show chickens. They're gonna die. Now, some of your hardy ones may, die. It just is what it is. But not like a lot of people that I see. So when you're homesteading, do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? It's all right to give advice and this, that, and the other, but do what's best for you, okay? You can't listen to everything. Let's see. Robin the Guard, PNG, Big Niecy, La Familia. Hey. Yes, mine still in the winter as well. I have 2 heat lamps. Might be a little too much to some, but hey, they seem to be doing fine. Exactly, La Familia. Exactly. Let's see. The lowest has been 32 degrees here in Florida, on the West Coast, 2 hours from Miami. I ain't used to this. I have been thinking I was back up and wild again. Wow, yeah, the weather has been crazy. La Familia said, way to go, OJ. Yeah. Fantastic reporting, young man, Tracy said. Big needs to tell OJ we had 16. Oh, okay, you meant to say OJ. Okay, tell OJ we had 16 inches in Ohio. Broke snow record in my city. Big Niecy, he said he wished we had 16 inches. No. No. I love him, a young meteorologist in the making, Miss Kit said. I just feel tired. I grew those berries, by the way. Oh wow, the elderberries, you grew those? Yeah, and a lot of people has been feeling really tired. Yes. I'm chat listening from work. Hey, her roots and garden diary. I know a lot of people. Oh, okay. I read that. Okay. So yeah. Yes. Hey, Earth. All right, y'all. So I wanted to give y'all that little update. I'm gonna focus on getting back to getting my protein in, getting everything in. Y'all be careful with this stuff that's going around. A lot of people is expecting it, like myself, to be over in like a week or 2. No, it lingers. And it's awful. The fatigue when it first started. And with me, it was symptoms. Every day was a different symptom. And I didn't know until I started with the body aches. So you put that onto, I am iron deficient anemic. My vitamin D is low. So might as well start making sure that we do the simple things to keep our immune system and stuff up so we can fight this type of stuff a little better. Because like I said, I don't understand how so many people on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, so many people came down with whatever this is all over the world. All over the U.S., I'm going to say that. All over the U.S. So many people that I don't even know, I'm saying, they're all saying Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. which you have a whole batch that got sick Thanksgiving Day. So it's like in batches. Now you have a batch that got sick New Year's Eve or whatnot. But so many, and I understand people, going to parties and all this type of stuff, but come on now. Some people didn't even make it to even have their holidays because they were sick before then. They had to stay at home. They couldn't even go and deal with family and stuff. A lot of people say they got sick and they had to cancel their Christmas. Okay, Christmas Eve, it was a wrap. It hit you out of nowhere. Okay, so I do feel like it's probably a little bit of COVID, a little bit of flu, all that mixed together, and then that stomach bug that's going around, all of it. I don't know, but I don't want it again. And like I say, it hits everybody different. I didn't have that sore throat like that. I had a little bit of it. It's mainly like sinus issues now with me. Ear, neck, shoulder, back. It's awful, okay? But it is better. So another content creator said her and her family got sick Christmas Eve. Oh, wow. See? Yeah. It just makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. Okay? It's too many people got sick Christmas Eve. It's too many people. That's a big difference in temperatures. I'm in Florida and it's 74 right now. We're basically back to normal. Oh my goodness, what I would do for 74-degree weather. That's why I've always wanted to live in Florida, really, because of the weather, of course. Yeah, it's let's see what it is here. It's 37 degrees. High is 39 today. Yeah. I would love some 74-degree weather. I cannot wait to spring. To spring and summer. I can't wait. Because y'all know I always tell you I don't like the winter. I don't like the cold. I don't like, No. Send that heat wave my way. It was 4 degrees in my city this morning. What, Big Me? 4 degrees. 4. Ooh, No. So look, y'all, let me get off of here. I wasn't gonna be on here long. I got some stuff I need to get together, some stuff I need to do. I am just pretty much pushing through it. I did notice staying hydrated. The more water I drink, the better my joints feel. But your girl was just scared. I didn't know what was going on. Something hit you like that, and you walking and stuff, feel like you done ran a mile and all that. That, whatever this is, if it's the flu, the COVID, or whatever, it gets in your joints. It gets in your joints. And that junk lingers. And it also, my doctor also said that she think the joint stuff that I probably had after, how did she say it? Getting over, if it was the flu or COVID, could have been the false negative. And then getting over that is something called viral mitosis, which I did my research on it. I already knew about it when she said it. A lot of kids get it after being sick. Adults get it too. And I noticed I was so dehydrated. I was drinking water, just so dehydrated. It was, she said she think that when my joints did what it did, that could have been a little bit of viral mitosis, which is what you get after having the flu or COVID or whatever the case may be. So, and I just think it's lingering longer because I am anemic. My iron is so low. So, because I dropped down a little bit. I had got it up a little bit and I dropped down a little bit because I stopped something. Because I said, why did I drop? Since I had my physical in November, why did I drop? And she said, because you stopped supplementing. And I'm like, I said, but I thought the more I get it up, I'm good. She said, no, ma'am. That's what she said. She said, no, ma'am. I said, this a lifelong thing? She said, yes, you got to. So the infusion may last me about a year. That's the goal. That way I don't have to keep taking that iron, because that's what's hard. It's harsh on the stomach. I don't have to keep taking that iron, but I am scared of the infusion, the iron infusion. I don't want the iron. See, I used to think that the iron infusion was the same, but no, it's not a blood infusion. So that's good. It's not a blood infusion. It's iron, but I'm still scared of it because I don't know if there's any side effects from it, from having iron infusion. So I'm gonna be on my iron like crazy and making sure the girls is taking their iron because we really don't want to have to go through that. Now that I know it needs to be part of our daily for pretty much forever, then that makes more sense. I didn't know that though. I thought it was more of just get it done, you're good to go, this, that, and the other. But it does make sense too because a lot of menstruating women, us women that has periods, and if you already have an iron deficiency, and I know mine is because it runs in my family. My mom is iron deficient, anemic. She's been anemic since birth. So, and I have other family members that's had issues with iron. So I think it's more genetic with us. So now that I know this is something that needs, because Tatiana doctor had already told me that it looks like she's gonna have to have that as a vitamin forever. So I already knew that was possible for her. And one thing that they do is when you get your physical and they see your hemoglobin is low, they dig deeper to see why. Once they see that it's the iron, they do something where they check for iron, what was it, storage? Iron storage to see if you can hold iron. So thank God we all can hold iron. Some people can't hold it. We can hold iron. It's just making sure we get enough of it in and keep it in. That's the problem. So yeah, so having that information, you won't know that unless you talk to your doctor. Okay. So I'm happy to, have asked the right questions and got that information. So all is well. Happy about that 116/72 blood pressure. That just tell me, girl, keep eating right, keep eating right. I have my pick feast and stuff, but if I'm eating other things right, then I ain't got no issues, So watch what we put in our mouth. I constantly tell y'all, even with prepping our food, you got to watch what you put in your mouth. Okay, you gotta have sodium and stuff, but a lot of the stuff that myself, all of us eat, we need to eliminate it. And I've been saying it and saying it and saying it. That's why I'm careful about what I stock up for emergencies. If everything is unhealthy and processed, then you got a problem. Okay, so you can do it. Watch what you put in your mouth. Watch. I need to put more in my mouth. I need to eat more. Because like I say, I shut down when something happens and I don't know, and I feel like, somebody ain't taking it serious. Like, if I go to urgent care or something, that was me. I kind of shut down and don't want to eat or nothing. I'm trying to figure out the problem, figure out, what's going on. I'm realizing something is not right. And so I will get to where I won't eat like that. So, so now that I know, and confirm from my doctor, I'd rather confirm things from my doctor that there is a whole lot of crap that's going around. Okay. Then, so I want to let y'all know. A couple y'all to say y'all is dealing with it. A couple y'all have commented that you've been having joint pain for over a month. Put y'all mask on, okay? If you're a believer, put your mask on. It's one of them. I think it's the adenovirus, the super flu, and I think that new strand of COVID is supposed to be highly contagious. You can walk into a store and somebody could have been coughing and sneezing right as you walk in and walked away. You don't see nobody there. Those droplets is still in the air. When you walk through that door, you breathing that in. It is landing on your nose, on the top, and you're breathing that in. And that's how people are getting very, very sick. So I don't mind wearing a mask. I wore it from 2020 to 2025. And now I'm starting it back in 2026, okay? Because you do not want to feel, I got too much stuff to do than to be dealing with that, okay? It's enough that's out of our control. That is something we can help ourselves. Wash your hands, carry your alcohol. I keep alcohol. I've showed y'all several times. It's not diluted or nothing. This is pure rubbing alcohol. I put in these little things. I keep them in my purse. I don't even trust the hand sanitizer to have enough cleaning agency in it. I use, I be in the store like this. I do. Take me some and wipe down, spray it on, and wipe down whatever I need to wipe down. That's what I do. But I feel like letting my guard down. Stop wearing the mask. Look what happened. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Got some more things to do. See, I need to take Claritin. I need to take iron. And then I'll be good to go, you know. So I don't know what else is coming out today. I don't know if I'm going live again. I just need to write out some stuff, okay? And if y'all getting snow, make sure you are preparing. Okay, if you hadn't got it yet, and seeing the halting things and rubbing alcohol is what I do as well. Tony said, halting things and rubbing alcohol is what you do as well. I get the rubbing alcohol. I don't know what you mean by halting things and rubbing alcohol is what I do as well. Unless that's a typo. But yes. So it is a must, okay? Let me get off of here. Go eat. I need to put more protein in because I was thinking that it hit my joints and stuff like that from maybe lack of protein, the vitamin D, or whatever the case may be. So let me get off of here, go do what I gotta do, and do out some meal planning, okay? I know tomorrow is gonna be probably busy, especially with trying to, well, it ain't really, just gotta get odds and ends or whatnot. I'll probably do that tomorrow, odds and ends and stuff, because we don't know how bad the snow is gonna be. And here in Jacksonville, NC, they already don't know how to drive, so you don't want to be out there in it. They don't know how to drive, and they shut stuff down for the site. They shut everything down here. Okay. I don't even know. One time we had snow. Didn't base shut down? Only the one. It shuts down. And snow base shuts down, period. So ain't going to no commissary or nothing once it starts. So anything that we need to do, we need to go and do it today or tomorrow, okay? So he said base shuts down, period. I couldn't even remember.
Only essential personnel.
Essential personnel? So he said, okay, so because we lived on base, so we didn't have to worry about that. I remember the commissary and stuff closed.
It closed early.
Early. Got you. So I remember that, but I didn't have to like do a lot of going and coming off because we lived on there. Everything was pretty much on there that we needed. So now I know. So we need to, if we want to go to the commissary, we're gonna have to do that. If it starts tomorrow night, they won't shut base down until Saturday. To Saturday. So if we need to go to the commissary or the PX or whatever, we need to do that either today or tomorrow. Because we won't be able to do it this weekend. Halting things for it's not known. Oh, okay, got you. Let's see. I know for sure. Yes, I got you. And see, I'll stop eating. I'll stop all that. I'll go straight into my mental mode of, okay, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way? Why is this? Why is that? And I put all my focus on that until, and like I say, I didn't think I had no pinched nerve at the hospital. And urgent care, the lady told me it seemed like I needed, because I popped negative for the fluid coat. She said she thought I needed it. It was probably just stress from the holidays. I'm like, look, I'm saying to myself, I have OCD and anxiety. I stress naturally, and I ain't never had that, no issue with no body aches. And I did notice cold activates it. If I go out in the cold sometime, depending on the type of cold, it activates the body aches. Now, ever since a child, I would get leg pain and arm pain, but I stayed sickly. So I didn't know nothing about viral mitosis. Now that I know that happens after, for some people, after you done had the flu or excuse me, that's how it starts. That's one of the things that's happening with whatever this is. You sneeze a lot. You sneeze a lot. You think it's allergies. That's how it got me, because I have allergies. You think it's allergies. So you're treating allergies and it's adenovirus or rhinovirus or flu or COVID. Like, it's weird. The symptoms are just weird. But anyway, I forgot what I was. Well, oh, so that makes sense now. That is something that happens. So hydrating, because I know a lot of people have talked about the joints feel better when they hydrate. So whatever this is, I'm just glad. She thinks I'm on the back end of it. I think I'm on the back end of it. I am watching Kiy-Lee, because now she having the on and off symptoms. 1 minute her throat feel fine. The next minute, she said it feel like somebody is clawing at it. So she's coughing. She's developing more of a cough. So like I said, her doctor should call me today to go over her iron labs. And I'm going to ask her, hey, you want me to bring her in to get a swab? Or you already know what's, because they just had their physicals. So, and I mentioned that this stuff was going around. So I'll just see what she say. But it's probably going to be treat the symptoms. Treat the symptoms. That's what they're saying. You got body aches, take Tylenol or ibuprofen. That's what they're saying. Sore throat, warm stuff, try to stay inside, especially if you popping negative for everything. So yeah, but I'm not a doctor or physician. Make sure y'all contact y'all own doctor, or go to the ER, or go to urgent care, or whatever. Do not take, I'm just giving y'all information to be able to help yourself a little better. And another thing, upset stomach, night sweats. OJ was having night sweats bad, and then I started, where you wake up soaked. That's another thing that was going on. That happened between me and OJ. Kiy-Lee and Ty didn't have that. But me and OJ didn't have the bad sore throat. Ty's throat was sore a little bit. Kiy-Lee is having, so you see what I'm saying? Everybody's body is taking it different. It was something else. Upset stomach. You think you got the stomach bug. Some people, and I remember when it first started, I would get nauseous and I felt like I wanted to throw up. And I was literally making myself not throw up, because I'm like, no. It was bringing back the feeling of when I was throwing up for the gallbladder issue. And I'm like, no, I don't want to throw up. I don't want to throw up. I remember a couple days before the body aches came, and I'm like, I had a stomach bug or something. A lot of people, it's hitting them where they can't keep nothing down. Time they eat or drink, they throw up. So definitely, if you have any weird system, go to the doctor. Let a doctor tell you that, hey, it's something viral going on. Understand that some of the joint pains after you're over, which can take 2 to 3 weeks or whatnot to be over it, you may still have lingering issues. As far as the legs feeling like that and stuff, it could be something called viral mitosis, which rest and hydration is what helps it. But it does come after you done had flu or COVID or something like that for some people. If you take vitamins and stuff, try to eat healthy. This is the time now, especially with all this, trying to eat healthy, getting a lot of fruits and veggies in. I have a lot of recipes for y'all that I'm going to be doing, because it's my lifestyle, okay? And I'll share those with y'all. But making sure you try to keep your immune system and your core and stuff up healthy, the healthy way, will help with a lot of this stuff that's going on. You know, Leaf of Life tea. I will look into it. I do teas, but I have to be careful, because if it has caffeine, like I can do my Lipton peach tea. You may see me drinking that. That don't do much to me. But some teas, like when I buy my hot tea, is decaffeinated. Some teas and some herbs will not work for me. And I don't take certain herbs since I'm doing my iron supplements, my vitamin D, because some herbs will interact with those, and I just don't want to put it in my body, don't want to have an issue with it. So I would look that up. But that's the only reason why, another reason why I don't do a lot of herbs. I don't do a lot of the herbs that I don't know about, like the oregano, the garlic. Y'all have seen me cook with turmeric, but I don't do it a lot because that is one that I do have in my stockpile and in my seasoning things. But that's one that's kind of like on that little fence for me, because you really have to be careful with it. It will strip you. And like I told y'all several times, you have to activate turmeric with black pepper. Okay, black pepper activates it. A lot of people make turmeric tea and stuff, and they don't even know that. You do your research on it, but to get it activated and good, black pepper. Okay, so that's why I say I like the research. Really, really good. Flax seeds was one. It's not a herb, but it's a seed. One that I wanted to have in my stuff, but I found out flax seeds can interfere with the iron supplement and stuff. So a lot of things I see y'all be saying with herbs, I have to be very careful. Like chamomile tea is a natural or a known one. It don't work for me. It don't work for me. I think people use that to go to sleep or something. It don't work for me. It makes my anxiety and stuff worse, actually. So I have to be really careful with that stuff. So that's why I say do what works for you. If you got something that works for you, do it. Be careful with mixing a whole lot of stuff. Try to eat healthy. Get those fruit and those veggies in. I am going to be doing a lot of the growing stuff. I'm trying to let this snow stuff go away so we can start, which I'm probably going to put some things in. I do need to order me another hydroponic system because I've come to find out they have one for each thing. And that'll help out a lot. So it's a lot of stuff coming. I just wanted to get this. The last couple of weeks, I literally have been mentally trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Okay. But it's thousands and hundreds and thousands of people in the U.S. that is dealing with this. So y'all be safe much as possible, okay? Get to the doctor, get to the hospital or something. Just get a doctor or a physician to diagnose you before you diagnose yourself. All right? And just if it's a virus, that's one of the viruses going around. If you pop negative and they don't know, then you need to get your vitamin C in. You need to make sure you eat right. And all we can do is just try to build our body up strong, the healthy, natural way. Okay, but it helps mentally to know. You may not even know which one it is, but at least you got in, may or may not got swabbed or got blood work done or whatever the case may be, and then start from there and just keep on pushing. That's all we can do. But I do feel like something is not right, that a lot of people got sick at the same time. So you just never know what toxins is in the air. And the best way for us to do is not to add more toxin, more sugar, more sodium and processed stuff. We gotta try to balance some things out, okay? So I will talk to y'all in the next one. That's a little update, more of to help you guys out. Because this stuff that's going around is awful. I think I've seen some schools is talking about shutting down because of it. So a lot of people are like, we don't hang out with people and stuff. So I had to pick it up in the air. Okay. So keep that in mind. I'll talk to y'all later. Let me go and get some food, some healthy food in us. Some strong building immune system food, natural food, stuff that we can grow. Okay. That's another thing, but we'll talk about that at another time. And just keep on moving, okay? Keep on moving. Know your numbers. Get those physicals. Y'all know I'm big about that. If you can, get your physicals. Know your numbers so you can have a good peace of mind. And if you have an issue, catch things before it gets out of whack or whatnot. Listen to your body. Eat good. Be happy. Feel good, okay? Remember, we eating to live, not living to eat. Okay, I have to remind myself that because your girl can throw down some unhealthy stuff too. All right, so I will talk to y'all in the next one if it's God's will. Y'all be safe. Love each and every one of y'all. Okay, bye.